If I were to describe the business landscape in Canada, I'd use one word, which is dynamic. I mean, I just think back to what I was doing in January last year. We were all in lockdown, right? And then we exited the year in a completely different way. And I mean, Larry Summers calls it, I think he calls it the most interconnected set of dynamic and complex problems the world has ever seen. And that sums it up pretty nicely, because we have seen the world change. We have seen Canadians and our users change, and with that has been just a lot of resilience and a lot of dynamism, both on the consumer side, but definitely also on the business side. And I think the users and their behaviors have changed a lot. I think Canadians have been feeling the pinch. We definitely saw that in Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There was like a real increase for looking for things like discounts, sales. Influence more than ever means meeting the moment. And it really means meeting the moment, whether it's a dynamic one or a stable one. And we know that we are in dynamic times. And influence means solving problems and really being there for your users, your customers, and Canadians. I think there's been a lot of innovation. I mean, look at the big movement in electric vehicles and EV that Canada's really driving. I mean, what I value about a lot of the innovation right now, it's just not innovation for the sake of innovation. It's innovation to solve some of the world's biggest problems, whether it is climate, sustainability, whether it is access to reliable information, and whether it's just helping you get to work on time by using Waze, or having a Pixel laptop that allows you to collaborate and get your work done. This notion of dynamic times for customers, for users, for Canadians, dynamic times for businesses has really been one that we've leaned into. And at the heart of what we do, we are a company that organizes the world's information. We make it accessible and useful, and we have this timeless mission that is really about innovation for dynamic times. So a lot of the work that we do with businesses in Canada is really helping them connect to the customers that they have. We just did an economic impact report, and basically Google provides 37 billion of economic impact for businesses in Canada. This is huge. I mean, if you think about 2 million businesses in Canada, 1.9 million of them receive a connection from Google. Whether it is you're trying to find out whether a store is open for curbside pickup, or whether you're looking to buy something. And then when we look at Canadians, they're seeking, they're looking for things, they're interested in things, and we're answering 3 million questions every single hour. And so the notion of all of our machine learning, all of our capabilities being able to meet these dynamic times and deliver helpfulness is, I think, the magic of what we do. I think for us, for Google, investments in Canada is so important, and we have really leaned into that in a lot of ways this year. So for example, we opened a new office in Montreal and made investments in Mila, which is really about investments in foundational AI research, etc. We've been training and skilling like more than ever before. We've trained 68,000 students on core computer skills, and 10,000 Canadians have graduated from our Google Career Certificates. So these are people who were looking to retrain or kind of upskill in digital skilling, and now have these amazing certificates that are helping them land great jobs. So there's a lot of investment in skilling. There's a lot of investments in nonprofits, and one of the ones I'm really proud of is that there's a $100 million investment for Google for Nonprofits, which is Canadian nonprofits that are getting $100 million worth of free advertising to actually showcase what they do.
We know that the winter season is the biggest season for SMBs, and so we wanted to help them in that particular moment. So we approached the Distillery District Winter Market, and we partnered with them. We invited 22 SMBs to a safety meeting where we did not unveil any safety regulations. We actually presented 22 small businesses with $10,000 each to cover the booth costs for their distillery market. And the reaction was amazing. I had one woman say, my blood pressure has gone from here to here, because normally we try to work out of the booth cost and then you're making money, but now I'm starting in the green as of today. So that was a really fantastic moment. So we introduced the Pixel 6 in 2022, and of course the 7 and the watch, which we can see here. So a really big year for hardware, and we launched a really amazing campaign with Simu Liu, who's the Marvel superhero, Canadian. You may have heard of him. He's been everywhere a bit lately. And actually it was the first ever spot aired entirely in Mandarin, We leveraged our Live Translate feature, and we told the story of Simu and his interaction with his parents through Live Translate. It really connected with people, and we saw some amazing results. And in fact, we won a CMA Marketing Gold for it.
So Mila is basically one of Canada's and one of the world's foremost organizations on AI and machine learning and foundational research. So this is where different associations, different people collaborate on really designing the AI for the future. So we've been a longtime supporter of Mila, and we've continued our investment there. Then there's also this notion of innovation and trust that are side by side. I mean, to drive innovation, you need trust. We are an innovation company, and we work very hard to earn the trust of our users every day. And the innovation really comes through on all the advancements in machine learning. So for example, we have a new way to search with our phones on Google Lens. So the other day I had a bush in my front yard, and it was like, I didn't know what it was, but I wanted to buy another. So I took up my phone and I used Lens and did a searchable image search of actually that bush. And it showed me it was something called a Hicks U. And I didn't know that. And then right away, I actually clicked right through to a garden center that I could buy a second one for. And it was just such a magical, innovative moment that was just so natural, and it was just met my moment. What inspires me are kind of people, leaders, companies, brands that are really investing in solving some of the biggest problems we have. And the one that I'm very inspired by is efforts in sustainability. So, you look at Patagonia and really turning it into a trust. Chloe, it's like a fashion brand that's cutting ground on making sustainability core to its mission.